It is an exciting time that we live in. Today is the day that our Creator set apart for us to set apart to be a memento of acclamations or a memento of shoutings. This is a day that many refer to as the Feast of Trumpets. It's not even listed as a feast in the scriptures, but I spoke about this before. This day was actually yesterday for many of you because our Creator wants each of us learning His calendar and obeying Him from where we're at this time, since Israel is still scattered. Soon all will be restored and Jerusalem will be restored when Yeshua and the 144,000 are caught up to return with Him. This is the last day of acclamations that we will have before His return. This makes this a very, very special high day. It was always to be a day of celebration where we are to celebrate our Creator's deliverances of His people in the past, and it was to point us to this very time that we live in. I spoke about the instructions for this day in the 7th month high day video part 1. This was also the day that Yeshua was born over 2,000 years ago, and now He will return in just 293 days from today to restore all things to how they were supposed to be. Man hadn't perverted them and went their own way. Our Creator has sent His messenger to begin to restore many things at this time, to call a people to Him and to prepare them for a time to come, this millennial reign. One of these things that are being restored at this time is an offering of righteousness to Him that we're to offer up. This was prophesied to happen, to be brought forward by Malachi in chapter 3. I spoke on this subject in more detail in the tithes and offerings video and in the A Cry to Arms video. He wants those who will return to Him to join in with Him and to shout for all to repent and to cry aloud a battle cry that He is sending His Son and His 7 vials of wrath next July 19th. And leading up to this time, there will be much calamity that will be sent to humble a people. Some want to continue to scoff and say that no man knows the day or the hour, and so it will be for them, and the day will overtake them as a thief in the night. It will overtake most as a thief in the night. They are actually willfully ignorant because they have to ignore several scriptures to believe that Yeshua was saying that no man would know the day of His return at the time of His return. These people are not guarding and holding fast to the scriptures and repenting, because if they were, Yeshua Himself said that they would know the day. Just willful ignorance. Plus, they have to deny Isaiah's writings because he said that one was to be sent forth to proclaim the day and the year of Yahweh's vengeance. In any case, the day will overtake many as a thief in the night because they will not hearken to the battle cry. They will not hearken to what is being restored. They refuse to believe their Creator, and they continue to rebel against Him and His prophets. Not believing the day is not going to make it not happen. We have 293 days left to shout and to cry aloud. And each of you must use these days to also turn to Him to receive His mark in your forehead that you will need in order to have Him deliver you through this coming time of affliction. I mentioned in other videos that this memento is exactly 40 days from November 9th. I do not know if the 150 days of torment will begin on this day or not, but I do know that our Creator continues to use the number 40 to put His stamp of authenticity and judgment on things. And I do know that November 9th is also exactly 150 days from the 15th day of the first month, which is the memorial of the first Exodus out of Egypt. And I know that we are approaching a second Exodus when He will bring His people back to the land of Israel. You can call this a coincidence if you want, but we will find out in 40 days. Do you think that it is evil? Do you not think that it is evil to not warn people of this, even if it's just a possibility? It is evil at the highest degree to not warn people that they are about ready to be destroyed, and their blood will be required of you if you don't. Even if the 150 days does not begin on November 9th, it is still just around the corner either way, and how can you deny the truth that is being restored? The truth that He is restoring is what people need to turn to in order to receive His mark that will protect them. So by not sending people to where He's restoring truth, you don't think that that's not evil? That's flat evil. And for those of you who want to scoff at July 19th, you actually have to scoff at all of the Bible prophecies that are being fulfilled through His messenger in order to do so, and this is just shameful. And you do not even see the shame of your nakedness because you're too full of pride and arrogance. As for me, I have to believe July 19th because I believe the prophecies that testify that he has sent me. And if he has sent me, then he has given me the day. It's plain and simple. And since I believe these prophecies, that I believe that there is no way that our Creator was going to allow his word to be fulfilled by an impostor, it would be flat out evil of me to not cry out this date. People want to ask, how can you cry out this date? How can you know? It would just be flat evil to not believe his scriptures. If you believe his scriptures, then I have to believe that he sent me. This should be simple to understand. You are a generation of vipers that will not heed to the warning that has been set forth, because my Father's word has no place in you if you're not believing what's being given. It does not matter if you will not join in with your Creator's servant, because his wrath is coming with or without your cry anyway. And he just said he wants you to turn to him and to cry out and to shout, to warn people. He wants us to grow. It'll be a growing thing as things intensify. And sadly, it's going to take much destructions to get this cry to go out, and that's just sad. How do any of you think that you will be found in his favor if you are rejecting his word that is being spoken through his servant Zerubbabel that he has sent? How will you be found in his favor if you will not even warn others of his coming wrath? The annual memento for this day was to point to this very time that we live in. This day was appointed from the time that he put man here. And we have arrived, and now it is time to shout and to cry aloud and to turn back to him. It is exciting times that we live in indeed.